Welcome to Tampa.
Forget about trying. Hey, ho, throw your worry out the window.
Those of you who are OGs on our channel probably remember the first time we visited Tampa. That was what, 2-3 years ago maybe?
Welcome to Tampa, Florida. Super excited to return eventually and really dig into the city.
Most of the things that we love about Tampa are right here on the Riverwalk. So today we're gonna walk the entire Riverwalk and show you some of our favorite spots along the way that might be a little bit more budget friendly. I don't know why I did that. The Riverwalk is about 2.5 miles long. It's a very walkable, bikeable, scooterable path that connects you to a lot of the best features in Tampa.
First stop of the morning is at Shortwave Coffee to get some coffee and a smoothie for myself right before we head over to the Florida Aquarium, which is very, very close from here and will be our first stop of the day.
The Florida Aquarium is probably one of the most popular attractions right on the start of the Riverwalk. At $34, it's a little bit on the edge of what we would consider budget friendly.
Yes, but for comparison, the National Aquarium and the Georgia Aquarium, I think, cost like $50 for an adult ticket. And our adult tickets here cost less than what a kid would pay at those other two aquariums. So comparatively, this is a great price for an aquarium.
If you would like, you can touch the jellies. 2 fingers, nice and soft, right on the top.
Oh, that's cute. Ooh. Wait, is that the top?
Oh, that one's the bottom. That's okay.
Immediately touch the bottom. Idiot.
Touch the tops, not the bottoms. Touch the tentacles. What do they feel like?
Well, the water was really cold, and then I wasn't really sure if I was touching it, but then you could feel it. It feels like what you would expect a jellyfish to feel like.
Jelly.
I'll show you the wetlands of Florida.
Damn. The Florida Aquarium is more or less like most aquariums, but the star of the show are these river otters who love to perform for guests. They cute?
Yeah.
You want one?
Yeah.
What about a python?
No.
I guess a baby alligator's out of the question too.
You're
See
gonna
it?
trip over children.
And it is going to depend a little bit on the species of shark. For example, while our sand tigers have lots and lots of teeth, another species of shark may...
You know, I always used to be skeptical of aquariums, but more and more I'm learning about the conservation efforts they do, like the rehabilitation center here for sea turtles. You want to get a photo with the turtle?
No.
She's waving to you. Oh, blushing. What were your thoughts on the aquarium? Was it worth $34 a person? $32?
Super cute. I always think those kind of things are always a little bit expensive, but if it goes to like the health and well-being of the animals, I'm very fine paying for it. It didn't take us too long to get through. I think it's like a couple hour excursion, but luckily there's a lot more on this river walk to fill the rest of your day. Spark and Wharf is definitely a favorite of ours. It's a very cool space because the entire place is made out of like big shipping containers that have been painted and turned into food vendors. So there's a lot of different stalls to choose from. I know they have live music, there's a lot of really comfy seats, and it's right on the water, so you have beautiful views of the river. Here you go, here you go.
Such a gentleman, lady.
So didn't get Victoriano some new glasses. So we're not really museum people, and if they are, they have to be like very interactive or like science-y, because maybe our attention spans are not strong enough for a history museum. But if you are a history lover, this would be a really good stop. It goes pretty in-depth into Tampa's history, and with these stickers you get in and out access all day until it closes, which is really nice. Also, maybe just a good spot to like get out of the heat, because there was a nice and crisp air conditioning in there as well.
What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
Never seen you so excited for a museum.
I love pirates.
Shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
Put him in a longboat till he's sober. Put him in a longboat till he's sober. Put him in a longboat till he's sober early in the morning.
Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
Nestled along the Tampa Riverwalk is the historical monument trail, and it's just full of beautiful bronze and marble busts of all the people who are noteworthy and helped shape Tampa. You can travel along the riverfront by water taxi, but I feel like the price has gone way up from what it used to be. Instead, we're going to try to bike the rest of the way. So we're going to take these bikes along the riverfront as well. I have the worst luck with these bikes. Call me a grandpa, but I never know how to end the ride.
It's electric, so it makes you feel really strong.
Running through your mind, you keep me in your pocket. It's so typical, typical. Never cross that line, but tell me that you want it. It's so criminal, criminal. Ribbons and bows, beautiful clothes. Got me all wrapped up in the glow. I'm invisible.
A hero, a true hero. Never again will I ride these freaking spin bikes. Jesus Christ.
They lock. Drenched in sweat every single time I get one of these bikes. I can never lock it properly.
That was the freaking worst. 0 out of 10 stars. I gave them 1 star because I'm so mad, and I don't give bad reviews on anything. I'm so mad. $32. We probably went not even a mile because we couldn't. It wouldn't let us stop. There are all these no ride zones that were not clear, and then you couldn't park anywhere.
We tried to park. We weren't even in a no parking zone.
No.
And it just wouldn't let us lock.
It just locked. So Tony had to push it.
So I had to push it like 4 blocks.
At least.
I mean, if it's user error, they have to be way more clear with the directions, because every single time I try to lock one of these things, it's the same issue.
So if you're on the Riverwalk, maybe bring your own bike or use one of these with caution, or maybe just ride the
Or a scooter.
street.
I've never had an issue with a scooter.
Scooter you can't do on the Riverwalk.
True.
They don't allow e-scooters. So water taxi, which I know Tony mentioned, maybe, I mean, that would have covered one of our water taxi tickets right there.
Covered our aquarium ticket, that's for sure.
Ah!
Sorry about the rant, but part of the reason we make these videos is so you can learn from our mistakes. Anyway, let's get some food. It was a bit of a journey, but we made it to the last leg of our detour, which is Armature Works. And this is a lot like Sparkman's Wharf in that there's a lot of local businesses just set up shop inside. It's more like a food court where you can just pick and choose where you want to eat, and they have plenty of activities for you as well. For food, I went with Butcher and Barbecue and ordered the chopped brisket sandwich with fries and a water, which was overall solid. Not the best, but I would eat here again.
And I went to Kipo's and got a shaved chicken gyro with a potato salad. Potato salad's great. I wanted orzo salad, but I couldn't understand her from the list of sides to choose from, and then I saw that was an option after, but this is an okay second.
Armature Works also has a massive outdoor area where you can sit and relax after a meal. So we pushed the limit of what we would consider budget friendly, but I think the point is you don't have to do everything we did in one day. You can pretty much pick and choose where you want to go on the Riverwalk.
And the great part about this area of Tampa is that it is super walkable, hence the name Riverwalk, but there's also other means of transportation to get you around, like the trolley and the water taxi as well. So lots to do in this area.
Just not bicycles.
Not bicycles. So we grabbed some coffee and a smoothie at, oops, forgot where we were at. That being said, I don't know like what it takes to operate that, and then, oh my God.